Duel at Dawn, going to be the map. Let's Shrek it out.
Okay, I was wrong. You are history's greatest monster, Fourth Oracle.
What am I to ogre bearing? Let's go. First up for the Mad Hatters. The Thunderstruck, a Pyramidion being piloted by Rhythm Rogue. Gap mortar forward with Carronade and Flare on the port side. Nothing too surprising. We also have the Carrot Face Roll. A Carrot Pyramidion being piloted by Princess Tutu. Artemis, Carronade on the front with Flamethrower and Flare on the port. Then, for the Brazilian Cup Emporium, we have Nietzsche's Stash, a goldfish being piloted by Logicalia. Carronade on the front with Flamethrower port, Banshee starboard. They're also bringing another Goldie, the Humble Replacement, being piloted by Solarhome. Watcha on the front with Carronade and Gatling, so pretty standard-looking Blunderfish Watchafish. And it looks like they're going to run right past one another. Mad Hatter's looking for some instant action, going straight for the ribs, but they are going to spot one another. They'll see the Brazilian Cup Emporium doing the exact same thing, going across the map, but the Brazilian Cup Emporium are going to turn hard. This is going to be a pretty straight engagement. They see each other, they know where the other ships are. The Humble Replacement is the only unspotted ship, but it's going to be coming out of the clouds pretty quick. Yeah, there it is. And it's going to get spotted soon. There we go. They at least knew where it was. Carrot Face Roll, getting the first shot on Nietzsche's Stash. First shot goes into the balloon, second shot goes into the gun, but no disables yet. Now the Thunderstruck has got to turn hard. Humble Replacement coming around the side, threatening a Watcha. There it goes. Bucket's disabled. Only the mortar. That's going to be up very quickly. In the meantime, Carrot Face Roll, loading Carronade into the balloon of the Humble Replacement, and they are able to bring it down. Thunderstruck's balloon not doing so great. Nietzsche's Stash coming in from the side, looking to pop that balloon, and it does go down, but the Humble Replacement is much lower, and its armor is broken. Thunderstruck able to land quite a few mortars into the armor before they bring it back up, but now the balloon's back up. They're going to be able to come out, but they're leaving Nietzsche's Stash all alone. But it is behind these Pyramidions. The Carrot and the Thunderstruck are going to stay on the Humble Replacement. And it can't back out. It's going to grind up against the ground. Nit's going to fall. Nietzsche's Stash in a good position now, bringing down the balloon of the Thunderstruck. It's taken longer than it honestly should. There we go. Balloon down. Engines damaged. And I think that was incendiary ammo. No, it wasn't. That was just charge. That was Flamethrower left over on their engines. Carrot Face Roll, able to buy a little bit of time for the Thunderstruck, even though the Thunderstruck's armor is very low. They're able to bring it back up, bring their balloon back up, and they're coming right back into the fight. Gatling. There we go. Carronade's up, though. It's going to be gunning. No, it's going for the balloon. Missing those front guns on the Thunderstruck. Armor breaks. Mortar's out. Is going to land one. Not going to do a whole lot. Humble Replacement, in the meantime, coming back in and desperately trying to stop the Thunderstruck, but it's leaving itself entirely open to the Carrot Face Roll, who has beautiful arcs. They're just going straight for the balloon. They're not bothering at the main engine. They figure, hey, you know what? Just keep that engine going. You're going to hit the ground even harder, but the Humble Replacement is going to come in right on the Thunderstruck, completely disable everything but one engine. Despite that, they still have their balloon, and the Carrot Face Roll's in a great position. Humble Replacement now grinding against the ground. The Carrot Face Roll is going to be able to keep them there as they pop their balloon once more. Armor comes up, but it's not going to stay up for very long. Artemis is going to be able to capitalize on this hull breach. Balloon down again. Ram to make this a little bit faster. Armor down again, and they grind. And that's that for the Humble Replacement. Nietzsche's Stash, in the meantime, moving in on the Thunderstruck. They're facing one another. Carronade goes out. What are they able to get? Just the balloon. Not going for either of the guns, but that does put the Thunderstruck on the ground, and a big ram throws him into the dunes. 2-1. Carrot Face Roll now in a very good position. Hitting the turning engines, and the Nietzsche's Stash losing both. It cannot turn. It's being forced to rise up into the clouds, trying to break the spot and back up. But the Carrot Face Roll is going to be able to predict pretty well where this Goldie is. Arties continually trying to keep those engines down as the Carronade comes into range, pops that balloon. Are they going to be able to follow them down all the way? It's going to be a tough task, but they do have buffed guns up on front. Nietzsche's stash dropping. Trying to get out of arc and buy time so the humble replacement can come in. Drops both front guns as well as the carronade. The Carrot Phase Roll has no guns, but they do have movement. The Thunderstruck is coming right in. Gatling in a great position right now. If the armor drops, this is going to be huge damage. But the Watcher comes out just in time. Only disables the carronade though. Engine's still up. And the mortar's coming out. Doing quite a bit of damage. Brings him down below half. Carrot Phase Roll in the meantime. Dealing with Nietzsche's stash. Gotta worry about bottoming out on this ship though. Should be a little bit worried. Nietzsche's stash not going to have anything to do with that. Doesn't want to get too close to those ribs. Is going to turn. Thunderstruck in the meantime, moving in on the humble replacement. Watcher came out, wasn't quite able to disable the Gatling, and they get a good ram. Mortar is there, and it is pretty. Right into that big open port side of the Goldie. 3-1. And now Nietzsche's stash trying to come in behind the Thunderstruck, but the Carrot Phase Roll is right there. He's going to try to run right on past, I imagine, but he's going to get stopped. No, they just wanted the ram. I can tell you how that's going to go. Not well for the stash. Carrot Phase Roll, one last Artemis. Go ahead and take him out. And shower the Thunderstruck in rubble. 4-1. Mad Hatters coming out of this very strong. Now let's see if we can get Urs back in here. Urzy Durzy.
Hi, Fourth Oracle.
Hi. Sorry, you left right in the middle of a team fight, and there was no way I could like try to call you and keep track of the action.
Oh yeah, no problem.
It was a pretty intense engagement though. Mad Hatters really performing well. The Brazilian Cup Emporium just kept turning their back on these Puras to engage different one, and they ended up in a perpetual flank.
Yeah, and it looked like Nietzsche's mustache. You say he's trying to escape. I think he's probably trying to go for a second ram kill, because I believe that's the only point that blue team has managed to score was Nietzsche ramming one of the Pyramidians after their ally went down. Correct?
Yeah, that's all they had. Well, it was after their ally went down. Oh, ram coming out, humble replacement, losing their balloon for the ram. And now the Thunderstruck is right on him. Mortars come out a bit early, but they predict the armor break right. And the hull almost entirely goes down. One more tick will do it from the Carrot Phase Roll. And that Artemis will take it. Mad Hatters moving on to round F. We'll be following them. And they will be facing the victors of Match C. Crimson Sky Menace versus Trading T. They're still going at it. So we got a minute, guys. Get up, stretch your legs. We got a long day ahead of us with 9 teams here in the first ever blossoming Colosseum. Don't go anywhere unless you're just getting a drink of water. Come right back. More Guns of Icarus coming right up.